Hello, my lovely audience. You all are welcome to this lovely channel, AstroVenetia, where we discuss about astrology, palmistry, spirituality. I'm your friend, astrologer Shivam. So today we are going to discuss about this new moon into the sign of Aquarius. Now, the moon, planet of your mind, emotions, your feelings, has come into the sign of Aquarius, and this is the new moon. Now, new moons are the time when we have to start fresh, when we have to start with our manifestations, when we have to focus on renewing ourselves, when we have to leave the old things behind, and we have to think everything in terms of growth, prosperity, and positivity. New moon into the sign of Aquarius is mostly focusing on our humanitarian vision, is asking us to cleanse ourselves emotionally. And this new moon is falling in the nakshatra of SHATBHISha. And the nakshatra of SHATBHISha directly relates to healing. And Shatabhisha is ruled by Rahu. This is a time when you have to focus on your solutions. This is a time when you have to focus on your emotional cleansing. This is a time when you have to let go your negative emotions. And yes, you have to start taking care of yourselves. And you have to manifest universal brotherhood, strong bonds of friendship, and also healing yourself. And Shadbhisha, as the name suggests, is about 100 healers. That at times the person goes through so much struggle, whether it can be emotional, physical, or internal, that they themselves become very empathetic, or I would say that they become like healers. And this is a time when you have to heal yourself and become like healers, counselors for others. And yes, most importantly, you have to align your energy towards helping others. You have to think in terms of solution oriented approach, and most importantly, you have to be honest and direct with people around you in this time period. And the air sign of Aquarius also creates confusions, because this moon is placing with Sun, and Saturn is also kind of creating a wish yoga because of Saturn. So you may feel emotionally heavy in this time period. You may feel anxiety or bit dull in this time period, right? And this is a time when you have to let go all that dullness which you have been experiencing, and you have to align yourself towards positivity. Hello Alicia, hello everyone, right? And make sure that in this time period you are focusing on your own healing, on your own growth, and you are envisioning your right direction. And manifestations are the right thing to do in this time period. And this new moon cycle globally will also be very transformatory. So you can see, ego clashes among leaders and unexpected decisions coming this moon cycle, right? And I would also say that this is more of a time when we have to find these solutions for everything. And this new moon means differently for each one of the signs, starting from the sign of Aries till the sign of Pisces, and from the water sign people to the fire sign people, it means differently for each one of the signs, right? And starting with the fire sign people, this is, and what are the fire sign? The sign of Leo, the sign of Aries, and the sign of your Sagittarius. For all these three signs, this is a time when you have to start taking care of others. This is a time when you have to show your loving side. This is a time when you have to start valuing relationship, because your third house, seventh house, and 11th house is very active. And most importantly, if you are single, if you do not have a partner, if you have a troubled relationship, this is a time when you have to let go the troubles of the past. This is a time when you have to do manifestations related to love and finding the right partner, or also to heal your partner, right? And this is a time, if you're working into the marketing field, into any kind of public profession, you will grow in this time period because the planets are very much favorable. This is a time to strengthen up your friendship bonds, and also you people will get work through your friendships, because and you have to devote your time, your energy to others, right? This is not a time when you have to focus on just on yourself, but you have to devote your energy towards others, which will benefit you in the long run. And you yourself have been into a lot of overthinking mode because of the placement of Rahu in the sign of Aries. You have to reduce your aggression, overthinking, and anxiety at times, right? And that you can do it by doing deep breathing regularly. And most importantly, this is a time when you have to be honest with your loved ones, and you have to be clear with your speech, right? With your talks with others. As for the finances and profession, you people will be taking right decisions in this time period. You people will be run through sheer logic and your understanding in this time period, right? And yes, definitely there has been some tight energy, or I would say that cold energy, as far as your relationship is concerned, and you have to do prayers and manifestations related to your love life, right? To remove the toxicity from your love life or relationship or marriage, right? So best of luck to my lovely fire sign people. Now next we are going to talk about the earth sign people. Now what are the earth signs? The sign of Taurus, the sign of Virgo, and the sign of Capricorn. This is a time when you have to focus on the family, when you have to focus on serving others and letting go, and letting go the things of the past. And also this is a right time to set your routine, right? You cannot become successful or do anything in life without a right routine, right? No matter how much talented you are. And this will also help you with your professional improvements, professional growth, and yes, seeking guidance from your mentors, from your elders. And this is also a time when you have to focus on removal of your financial blockages, right? And also you have to be soft and wise with your talks, with your words, right? You have to be gentle. And Saturn's moon and sun placing together are definitely creating some kind of tight energy, feeling of blockage or stagnation as far as your work is concerned. You have been feeling it this way, right? And doing manifestations related to your profession, related to your work, will lead you on the path of growth, right? And because the north node, the way it has been placing, that is Rahu, it has been creating a lot of anxiety in your family life, or eruption of unwanted disputes, or even the words or conversations with your partner can be very can make you feel restless in this time period. So most importantly, you have to you have to focus on one thing at a time, on one aspect of your life at a time, right? And you have been feeling almost like you are stuck from all different angles. So you have to release that anxious energy, and you have to focus more on your growth and development. And as far as if you're working into any laborious profession, any profession related to iron steel industry, or any profession related to construction, buildings, you people will grow in this time period, right? And specifically, if you are handling too many people around you, or you are at a good position in an organization, this is more of a time when you have to bring in certain structural changes in your way of dealing or way of handling the things, right? And you have to bring your dynamic side out, right? So best of luck to my lovely earth sign people. As far as love and relationship is concerned, you have to deal with everyone with love, honesty, and clarity. And you have to show your genuine side. And with money, you have to be a bit conscious while offering your help or money to others in this time period. So best of luck to the earth sign people. Now next we're going to talk about the Air sign people. Now, what are the air signs? The sign of Gemini, the sign of your Libra, and the sign of your Aquarius. For all these three signs, this is a time when you can show your moody side, right? This is a time when you can feel that emotional pressure, whether it can be due to work, it can be due to family life, it can be due to anything. Because when the time is to feel emotional pressure, all the other mediums are just excuses for you to feel all those things, right? And this is a time to leave your toxic side behind. This is a time to leave your, negativities behind and start working upon yourself. Start working upon yourself, because you are your best friend, you are your best guide. This is the time to engage yourself into spirituality, to immerse your mind into cleansing, into emotional cleansing, and also to engage yourself into spirituality. Short travels related to healing or spirituality are going to be very, very helpful to you. And in this time period, it is also a good time to pray for the female ancestors of your family, whether it can be your mother, your grandmother, or anyone. So donating in their name can be very beneficial this new moon. And the Monday is also the day of moon. So the influence of this new moon is immense on everyone in this time period, right? And for the air sign people, you have to be a go-getter. Since the Lord of this sign is placing 8th, since the Lord of this sign, all these signs, I would say, that is placing almost 8th to their sign, and only Saturn placing in the air sign of Aquarius. So this is a time when you may undermine yourselves, or you may feel anxious in yourself, but trust me, all the things are going right for you. All the things are going in the right direction for you, right? And definitely with Jupiter and Venus placing in the house of profession, progress is coming your way, finances are coming your way, and also you have to speak positive about yourself. You have to speak positive about your life and your finances and about your family, and everything will grow for you, right? And most importantly, you have to take proper rest in this time period. Your sleep might stay disturbed for today and tomorrow. If that is the case, soak your feet into the warm water and just relax yourself and do the chanting of Om, right? 3 times the chanting of Om, and all the negativity, mental anxiety, it will go away, right? And you can also donate to any homeless people or any beggar in this time period for good luck. So best of luck to my lovely air sign people. Now next I'm going to talk about the sign of the water sign people, right? And water signs are the sign of Cancer, the most empathetic, loving sign, the sign of Scorpio, the most intuitive sign, right? Good researchers, and the sign of your Pisces, right? Which the most emotional, letting go all the cycles of life, right? So for all these 3 signs, right? Water signs are genuinely very emotional and loving. For all these 3 signs, this is a time when you have to focus on letting it go. This is a time when there will be a lot of, emotional swings in your life. This is a time when you will be experiencing a lot of change, and change is the law of nature, right? So you have to accept your changes in life, and you have to move forward. Harsh words from your partner or negative words from your partner will definitely affect you in this time period. Yes, you heard it right. That harsh words from your partner or loved ones will definitely affect you in this time period. You have to, take it with a pinch of, you have to take it with a sense that they themselves are not in the right state of mind, or they are themselves very tensed, right? And you do not have to take it literally, and you have to take it in a lighter vein, all those things. And definitely in this time period, since your Mercury is placing well, so people working into journalism, writing, making documents, or legal profession or advisory profession, counseling profession, you people are going to grow in this time period. And since the moon, the way it is placing, it can also bring in gains from unexpected places, right? So you can have gains from unexpected places, and also working in partnerships, working in alliance with someone will grow you in this time period, right? And Ketu placing, giving the aspect to this moon, sun and Saturn is definitely creating a roughness, or I would say that coldness in the relationship, right? So only truth, only true words will help you to grow and will help you to heal, right? And do not be harsh upon others, and you may be treated the very same way, right, in this time period. So make sure that you are emitting all your, soft, easy and light radiance in this time period. And yes, this is a time of change, and you have to accept all the changes coming to your life, because in the longer run, all these changes are for the good. And if you are planning to take a trip or a travel in this time period, this is a good time to go, right? Because you may not feel like working a lot, you may not feel like doing a lot of hard work in this time period, so you can go for a short trip in this time period. Lovely water sign people I am talking about, right? So now I'll be starting with each one of the signs, starting from the sign of Aries till the sign of Pisces. I'll be talking about each one of the signs, right? Starting with the fire sign of Aries. And remember, here we are talking signs according to the Vedic astrology, the moon signs and the rising signs. So for the sign of Aries, this is a time when you have to leave behind your overthinking mode. This is a time when you have to engage your energy into positivity and growth. This is a time when you have to give your time and nurturance to others, and also your relations with others will help you to grow. And most importantly, you have to seek advices from your elders, from your mentors in this time period. People working into the law profession, people working into any kind of any kind of profession which are more related to advisory things, or any kind of profession which is more related to public sphere, social life, you are going to grow in this time period. Although the growth will be slow, but you will definitely get your direction in this time period. Mercury excellently placing in your 10th house is definitely making you logical when it comes to work and profession. Yes, your love life and relationship life has been dry. You have been experiencing a lot of differences of opinion, but this is more of a time on the subconscious level. You have to let go the toxicity of the past or any kind of negative experiences of the past, and you have to engage yourself more into, self-love, more into loving other beings and creatures, right? And engage yourself into positivity, right? Since the Mars is placing in the second house, the way it is placing, it can also give you harsh tonality while talking to others. Avoid any kind of arguments with others. Rather, use this energy more into behaving in a more confident way, in a more, positive way, and giving that confidence to others, right? And yes, if you are able to control your overthinking and anxiety, you people are definitely bound to grow in this time period. And manifestations related to growth of public circle, of your friend circle, are gonna be very helpful for you in the long run, right? So best of luck to you people. Now next we're going to talk about the Taurus sign people. Now what are now for the Taurus sign people, this is a time when you have to do manifestations related to your professional growth. This is a time when you have to focus on your professional improvement. This is the time when you have to focus on serving others and also taking guidances, right? You have to take the wise words from others. You may feel some kind of pressure at your workplace in this time period. And if you have been feeling so, that then you have to take the things pretty easily for next 2-3 days, and the situation will definitely improve for you. And especially this is a time when you have to do manifestation related to financial removal of financial blockages, when you have to focus on manifesting abundance, growth, prosperity, and through that happiness coming in your life. Since Mars is very strong in your first house, you may also experience aggression, at time restlessness, right? Rather use this masculine energy into affirming your decisions, and also use this energy to be more action oriented, right? So you can use red color as a lucky color for you, right? And also, since Moon, Saturn, and Sun, the way it is placing, you may feel at times overloaded with your work and profession, right? But all the hustle that you have been doing it will help you to grow in your professional spheres, and definitely progress will come to you. Keeping a piece of silver at your workplace, or at your workstation, or in your pockets when you're going to the work, will definitely help you to grow, right? So that will be very instrumental in your growth or and progress along with it. If you are facing any blockage in your career, right? Because most of you will definitely feel it this way. And yes, the career blockage will go away, right? So best of luck to the Taurus rising sign and moon sign. So next we're going to talk about the sign of Gemini. For the sign of Gemini, this is a time when you have to focus on your opportunities. This is a time when you may stay a bit moody, when you may feel overloaded, and you may even feel that your luck is not favoring you. But the opposite is true, that you have to release all your fears, doubts, any kind of phobias that you have been experiencing, and you have to focus more on that how I can better the things. You have to take all the challenges coming in your life positively. You have to take all the people coming in your life positively, right? And the transition that has been happening is pretty intense. I know this thing. But that transition was long due, which has happened now, right? And Moon, Sun, and Saturn, the way they are placing, removing toxic people from your life is very, very important, right? And you are going to enter into the new cycles of life. And because this Saturn, Moon, Sun conjunction close by is keeping you doubted, is keeping you disturbed about, the changes that are coming. But I assure you that the road is bumpy in the starting. It will get much better and smoother as the time passes by, right? People who are into education business, into banking, into financial services, you are going to grow in this time period. And most importantly, keep a check on your aggression. And definitely you have become smarter with your friend circle, with the people around you. And your friend circle is going to grow in this time period. You are not stopping anyhow. Since the Jupiter and Venus is strong, so dress up well at your workplace. Be more presentable, be more accommodating with people, helpful with people, right? And that will also create a good image of yours. And you will be able to get your work done through people around you. And yes, focus on your health. Your immune system is giving you certain warnings about different things, but you have been ignoring it for long. So exercising and eating right is very important in this time period. So best of luck to my lovely, lovely, lovely Gemini sign people. Take care of yourself. And financially and other ways, things are quite positive for you. It is just that mentally you are overloaded. Now next we are going to talk about the sign of Cancer, the most loving, empathetic, emotional sign of Cancer. For the rising sign, moon sign of Cancer, this is a time when you have to allow the changes coming in your life, right? Yes, things have not been very gentle for you in the past few years, right? And even now you are gonna re-experiencing, things of the past, patterns of the past, right? But this time you are smarter, this time you are conscious, this time you would not allow things to repeat, right? And moon, Saturn, sun in the 8th house are telling you about the changes which are coming. And it will also, you may also feel that as if your fears and phobias are being activated, but that is not true, right? In this time you have to focus more on healing, you have to focus more on taking your part of lessons out of the whole situation, right? And the way the Mercury is placing advisory role people, people working into the media, people working as accountants, people working as helpers of others, people working into the field of IT, information technology, or any kind of computers or technology or gadgets oriented field. You people are going to grow in this time period, right? And change is the law of nature, you have to accept it, and with this acceptance you people will grow. And definitely you people might feel cut off from the environment around you, from your family, or you may feel that I am from a different world. Yes, that is true, right? But we have to still be very loving and gentle with other people around you, since this is more of a time when you people have been feeling a lot of emotional, or I would say spiritual elevation, right? Because you people have been growing spiritually like anything in this time period. So your spiritual growth has been immense and intense for each one of you. And yes, that growth will continue in this time period, right? So simply doing the prayers of Lord Shiva will bring in positivity and clarity in your mindset. So best of luck to the water sign of Cancer. Now next we're going to talk about the sign of Leo. For the sign of Leo, this is a time when you have to focus on serving others, when you have to focus on taking care of others, right? I have clarified it time and again that this is according to your rising sign and your moon sign, right? So for the sign of Leo, this is the time when you have to take care of others, when you have to be more accommodating in your relationship, in your love life, with your friends, with your partner, right? Because it has been all a hustle of work, and definitely people will help you to grow in this time period, right? And certain tense situations will erupt, but you will be able to take care of all those situations in this time period, since the way the Mercury is placing, Venus and Jupiter is placing, you have to take extra care of your health, right? And most importantly, you have to take your own responsibility. You have to start taking your own responsibility. And being Sun placing in the 7th house, you can be overly gentle or overly serving to others at times. So you have to take care of others, you have to show your love, you have to show your affection, but still you do not have to wither away with your own personality, with your own love, right? So you also have to take gentle care of yourself, because the world is nothing, it is just your own reflection, right? The way you will feel it, the way you will experience it, the way in the very same way the world or the people around will behave with you, right? And definitely Mars is placing strong in the 10th house, giving a lot of directional strength. So Mars will help you to grow in this time period, especially people working into the hospitality industry, people working into the industry related to creativity or presentation or royal treatment of people, right? You people will grow in this time period, right? And I would say that sign of Leo, for you people, definitely you have to stay clear in your conscience, right? And clear, but you do not have to reveal your plans to others, right? It might be that you might get softer with your audience or with your people or with the ones that you which are your juniors, and that might lead to some kind of trouble, right? You do not have to reveal all your plans in this time period. So best of luck to the sign of Leo. Now next we're going to talk about the sign of Virgo. For the sign of Virgo, this is a time when you have to focus on serving others. This is a time when you have to focus on aligning your energy to cleanse your emotions. This is a time when you have to focus on, having a right kind of a routine, and which will ultimately lead to your professional improvement, right? And moon coming in the sixth house, you may feel as if some kind of conspiracy or some kind of schematic behavior is going on behind your back, right? And your thought is right, but you would not be affected by it, right? Most importantly, right? And since your Jupiter and Venus is placing well in the seventh house, this is more of a time when you have to work in alliance with others, when you have to work and communicate your thoughts to others. And the way your Rahu is placing, your research, your deep analysis is pretty good in this time period. So keep doing on your research in this time period, my lovely sign of Virgo. And this is more of a time when you have to learn new things, when you have to enhance your skill set in this time period, and that will help you to grow. And even with your food habits, you have to improve your food habits in this time period, right? And since the sign of Virgo is more related to the herbs and herbal things, so you can consume more natural based foods in this time period, because the way the Venus and Jupiter are placing, avoid consuming too much of fats, right? And because it may make the tummy feel very bloated in this time period, my lovely sign of Virgo I am talking about. And the people around you will be helpful to you, right? So focus on good people, focus more on helpful people, and that will help you to align your energy into the right direction. So best of luck to the sign of Virgo. Now next we are going to talk about the sign of Libra. Now for the sign of Libra, this is a time when you have to focus more on growing talents. This is a time when you have to focus more on love. It can be self-love, it can be loving others, right? It can be treating people well. And also to improve your knowledge and skill set, right? You have to leave behind your moodiness, you have to leave behind your toxic self, and you have to outgrow your own nature, right? Because the competition is with no one except our own selves, right? And since the Lord of this sign is placing in the sixth house along with Jupiter, this is more of a time when people working into the service sector, they will grow. They will have a better and deeper insight about the changes that they need to bring in their professional life. And since it is the Lord of your 10th house, Moon, placing in the 5th house, so definitely enhancing your knowledge, skill set will help you to grow in the longer run. And most importantly, you have to avoid any kind of arguments or with your loved ones, with your family members in this time period. Since Mars is keeping you aggressive and restless in this time, so you have to calm yourself down in this time period. Avoid using red color for next few days if you have been feeling anxious. I repeat it, avoid using red colors for next few days if you have been feeling a lot of anxious energy or any kind of anxiety, right? That will help you to calm down your mind, right? So best of luck to my lovely sign of Libra. Now next we are going to talk about the sign of Scorpio. For the sign of Scorpio, this is a time when you have to stay in your comfort zone. This is a time when you have to relax at home with your loved ones and avoid any kind of arguments with them. And specifically, if you are thinking of buying a car or a vehicle or anything for your house, this is a good time. If you're thinking of buying some kind of ornaments or jewelry or showpiece, this is a good time for you. It will bring in good fortune for you people. Since your Jupiter is placing really well in this time period, so you will have a fair idea about right and wrong. You will have a good idea about, more of a clarity side. You will have it, right? And you will be following the, you will be following a very, righteous way of doing things in this time period, very ethical way of doing the things. And especially why you have to relax and stay easy, because you have not been enjoying your family life or the personal life, right, in this time period. And it is important to sit back and relax and also have some personal time in this time period. Your communication will be very good with others in this time period, since the Mercury has been placing strong. And even professionally, you have been staying very witty and smart with your talks, right? And most importantly, this is more of a time when you have to focus more again on your spiritual side and growing your spirituality in this time period. And since the Lord of the first house is in the 7th house, that is the Mars, so this is more of a time when you have to again, connect with others, when you have to again go out and support others in this time period, which will form your good relations and your bonds in this time period, right? And specifically praying to Lord Shiva, or you can take milk bath in this time period, adding some milk to your bathing water. It will relax you, it will calm down your nervous system. And you can also eat things made out of milk in this time period, except for the ones who have the lactose intolerance, right? For others, you can use things made out of the milk, and you can even use the almond milk in this time period, right? That will be quite good for you. And simply putting up the mantra, the Mahamrityunjay mantra of Lord Shiva, will help you to get rid of your anxieties or any kind of tenseness, right? And since Moon, Sun, Saturn and Sun are together in the 4th house, so definitely if you are feeling some tight, some blocked energy from your mother's side, from your family side, this is more of a time when you have to do manifestations and prayers to release that blockage or to release that tight energy, right? So best of luck to my lovely sign of Scorpio. Take care of yourselves. Now next we're going to talk about the fire sign of Sagittarius. For the sign of Sagittarius, this is a time when you have to focus on right kind of communication. This is a time when you have to be gentle and loving with your cousins, with your siblings. This is a time when you have to, better yourself socially, even with social media, with dealing people, your communication, your marketing skills, you have to better yourself. And specifically for the sign of Sagittarius, it is important to value your relationship even in your neighborhoods, with your colleagues, with the people around you, right? And show your care, show your empathetic side in this time period. And definitely, you people are growing financially in this time period, because the Lord of the 10th house is well placing in the 2nd house. So there will be there are chances of asset creation in this time period, right? Because the Mercury is placing well. And use your tongue, use your communication for your benefit in this time period. for the fiery sign of Sagittarius I am talking about, right? And definitely there will be a lot of bliss, relaxation at home. And I see it this way, even for you, that there are chances of buying something new, either a luxury thing which you have been envisioning, manifesting for long, or a good positive shift in your house or place, right? That can be beneficial for you. And most importantly, you have to, simply you can burn camphor and turmeric at home for abundance, growth, and prosperity. And as for your love life, you may feel a lot of emotional pressure in this time period, since Saturn and Moon are coming together. It's a kind of a wish yoga. Wish means poison, right? So you can feel a certain kind of anxiety or tightness with your things. So you have to avoid all these kind of anxieties, and you have to focus more on positivity, right? And these readings are according to the rising sign, which is Lagna, and your moon sign, right? So best of luck to my lovely sign of Sagittarius. Now next we're going to talk about the sign of Capricorn. For the sign of Capricorn, this is a time when you are good with your calculations, when you are very balanced with your talks, right? But at times, even today for tomorrow, mind your tongue. Mind the words that you speak with your family or with your people around you, even at your workplace, and which can lead to the long-term arguments, right? So avoid your negative words. And definitely you people have been very dedicated with your work. And now it is a time when you will start getting the fruits out of it. And the Jupiter, Venus placing well in your third house, you people will be very gentle, loving, empathetic to others. And that will help you to grow in the longer run, right? When you are, pouring out toxic words in the universe, or you're speaking toxic to anyone, you are creating a bond of negativity, with that thing, and that bond will carry forward, because words of everyone, they have power, right? And this, it's more important to speak in a positive tone with love with others. And you will feel that once you do it for next 2 days, your own mind will get clear, positive, and aligned in the right direction. Professionally, you people are definitely gonna grow in this time period. There is no doubt. The trouble is, the mind is feeling tense in this time period, whether it can be about the future plan, whether it can be about the family, whether it can be understanding the, all the things what are going around you, right? Because lately, in last few years, you have been too much overloaded with work, right? And now it is more of a time when you have to do some smart work, right? And doing positive affirmations, speaking positive about yourself will definitely help you to grow in this time period, right? Your partner can make you feel tense in this time period because the way the moon is placing, and you do not have to allow memories of the past to hover your mind or to disturb you. Rather, just let it go, right? What is yours will never go away, right? And what is not yours there is no use in holding it, right? The holding the things creates all the troubles, whether it is a relationship or negative words, or the things that you do not want to let loose, right? Holding onto the things is very toxic, right? So avoid holding onto the things and speak positive, stay happy in this time period. And definitely your work, you are very dedicated to your work, and it will definitely grow in this time period. And keep a check on your money, on your expenses, right? Your expenses might grow in this time period, right? So mind your expenses for next 28 days, right? So best of luck to my lovely Capricorn rising sign, moon sign people, right? Take care of yourself. Now next we're going to talk about the sign of Aquarius. The most influenced sign by this new moon, because the new moon is falling into the sign of Aquarius. So new moon coming into the sign of Aquarius will definitely keep Aquarians more moody. It will definitely make them feel, restless at times. And also they might feel that their personality is lacking a lot of things and they are not able to deal and cope up with certain things, right? And you people might feel overly burdened because of certain things, right? But the situations that you have been imagining, you have been creating big, feeling it like a big problem, but that is not true, right? All the things get well in the end, right? But it's more important to take care of your mind and emotions. Do not show your moodiness, or do not feel that emotional pressure. Rather, it is a time to leave behind your toxic side, work upon yourself, right? That is more important. And you people are going to grow with your personality, with your love. And with your family life, you have been feeling certain kind of anxiety, right? Because the way the Mars is placing, it is more important to make plannings and strategies in this time period rather than staying disturbed and anxious. Work on your strategies and plannings in this time period. The way the Mercury is placing in your 12th house, work upon your expenditure. And if you are into advisory business, if you have business from the foreign lands, you people are gonna grow in this time period, right? And I would say that be honest in your conduct, and nothing will stop you in this time period, right? Be honest and clear in your conduct, and you people are bound to grow. My lovely sign of Aquarius, I am talking about. And yes, there can be certain ego clashes at times because the Sun, Saturn, and Moon are placing together. So avoid having ego clashes with others. Rather be soft, easy, and gentle with everyone, humble with everyone, and do your strategic planning well. And SHATBHISHA Nakshatra is all about healing. Healing yourself, healing others, and having a humanitarian vision for everyone. And your problem solving approach, your helping approach will be very good in this time period. So if you are some kind of a problem solver, you will be at your best version in this time period. And yes, you have to be very direct and honest with your things, right? And that means that that does not mean that you have to be rude, but you have to be clear with your talks, honest with your talks, whether it is your relationship, family life, or anything, right? You have to be honest with everyone, but at the very same time loving and empathetic too, right? And simply donating to a beggar, donating to a homeless will help you to release your anxieties, right? And also doing prayers and meditations, which I have already talked about in my previous post. They will be helpful to you people, the sign of Aquarius. This is a very transformative time for you, mind it, the Aquarians. And once you engage yourself properly into your things, you are bound to grow. Nothing will stop you. So take care of yourselves and put your mind into the positive right direction. Now next we're going to talk about the sign of Pisces. For the water sign of Pisces, this is a time when you have to set yourself free, when you have to set yourself free from all the thinking of right and wrong, from all the calculations, from all kind of hustle. You have to set your mind on the path of easiness. Since Jupiter and Venus are placing well for you, so finance is not a trouble for you. Yes, definitely your expenses will increase, but finance is not a trouble for you, right? Because this is more of a time when your personality is already growing, is coming to its fullest potential, right? and these are the last blockages which you have been facing recently. And this sun moon Venus combination, this sun moon Saturn combination may make you feel aloof from all the things. You may feel disconnected from the environment around you, or you may feel like as if you want to move into the nature, you want to sit, you want to relax. That will be very helpful to you, right? And also going near to the water bodies will relax your mind and will calm down your emotions. And you people have been growing very well with your friend circle and with the people around you. Avoid eating too much spicy for next 2 days, otherwise you may feel upsetting. You may it may lead to upsetting of your stomach, right? And consuming turmeric will definitely keep your energy boosted in this time period. And I would say that this is more of a time when you have to relax, when you have to set yourself on the path of ease. And Sun, Saturn, Moon together, make sure that you are giving good advices to the people around you, the way it is placing in the 12th house. And you are more focusing on your inner consciousness, right? You are in the meditative state, you are relaxing yourself. That will help you to overcome all your fears, phobias and doubts in this time period, right? And on the partnership side, you will be moving with lot of balance, you will be moving with lot of alignment, right? And this is the only way that will help you to grow. And yes, worrying too much about the profession, about professional life, finances never helps anyone. So stop worrying about it, right? Because I see it this way, that they are gonna get better in this time period. Especially for the ones working into the creative profession, as in the glamour industry or any kind of jewelries or even fashion or any kind of presentation business. You people are gonna grow in this time period, right? So best of luck to you people. So moon into the sign of Aquarius and Nakshatra of SHATBHISha is all about healing, is all about focusing on the global issues, is all about aligning the energy towards optimism, towards growth. And along with this, it is also time to leave behind your toxic emotions. New moons are always the times when you have to focus on manifestation, growth, abundance, prosperity. And along with manifestation, this is a time when you have to focus on your healing, self-healing and praying for the people around the world. Definitely in this time period around the world, it will be a tense time. And there can be unexpected decisions coming from the world leaders and even ego clashes, right? The way I see it, because the way the Sun, Saturn, Moon are placing. But we have to set the tone of our life right? And for that, we need the internal healing. We need the healing of others. And by these means, the world will be a better place for everyone, right? So we have to focus on, the solutions of the global problems. And also we have to keep our empathetic, loving side very active in this time period, right? So take care, my lovely audience. This was my analysis about this new moon. Now I will be saving this video. So please share this video with your loved ones, with your dear ones, and keep supporting my channel. And if you wish to book a reading with me, you are most welcome. So take care of yourself. Now I will be posting this video. Share this video with your loved ones on your stories. And this is how the work is promoted. Please keep on doing it. All my love to you, all my blessings to you. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.